Hey everyone, how are you all? I hope you can hear me okay and everybody's doing good. It's nice and bright and sunny still. Oh, G has seen some birds in the window. She's doing that little, that little like chittering thing cats do. She's like this at the window. A little hand on the window, so cute. So I hope everyone's doing good and see what you guys. Oh gosh, there is not enough days in the week, I swear. I feel like I honestly feel like I sat down at my computer on Friday to do work and then I've like blinked and then it's Monday because all I did all weekend was do work, which was like, gee, where you going? You going to bed? She just had her dinner, so so she's like, okay, I'm done now for the day. Go to bed. Gee, you coming to say hi? You gonna come say hi? Come say hi to everyone. No? Okay. G doesn't do anything that she doesn't want to do. And yeah, oh my god, still getting bloody messages. So not crazy amounts has happened since I think it's been about a month since I did a live because it's been really, really quiet and I've been doing videos on my second channel. If anyone doesn't know, I have a second channel now with it's more like so it's like fraud and scams and cults and stuff like that. And oh good, someone just messaged me saying I don't have to do something. That's good. And I covered like the dropout and we crashed, and I'm just finishing another video that should be out tomorrow. And I'll tell you guys since it's years, and it's gonna be on Alison Mack and Nexia. So I used to really like her. I really like Smallville, so I've been working on that today and then all my other stuff. But the L Word, Station 19, Grays. I mean, everything is quiet at the moment, but Grays and Station 19 are going to be back really soon. I know Station 19 the other day wrapped for the whole 5th season because they don't do as many episodes as Grays. So they're all done for the season. And we only have a few more episodes left. And then I also saw on Twitter, they like just started spoiling things that are going to happen in Grey's Anatomy. Like, why do they do that? It's so much better when it's like a surprise, you know? Like, I could hear G doing something. You know when was it yeah when she oh my god when she was in that bloody coma forever, and all those like in the beginning we didn't know that all those people were coming back, and then they started spoiling it, and now they just spoil everything. So I don't know why they do that. And I was kind of hoping that Callie in Arizona, well, at least Arizona, I was hoping that she was going to come back because she was on set, and I mean, I don't think so now because I don't want to. I mean, I'm sure most people have seen, but I don't want to say if anyone hasn't seen it. But there's other people returning, and they said they're returning for the finale. So maybe they're telling us those people, and then Arizona's going to be the surprise. I wish. Every year I'm like, oh, could Arizona and Cali come back because they haven't. They're like two of the only people that haven't been back. Like everybody's back like every other week, basically. Yeah, oh yeah, it has been long. We did it broke it up a bit because we did like a Patreon hangout, and it's really fun because in the beginning we used to do like watch parties. So we come on this like what I use for the lives, and in the beginning, like, everybody's a bit shy, and then now everybody is, like, chatterbox, so we all just, like it's set up like this streaming thing I use, it's like Zoom, you could Jay, you can have the cam like, I can we can all see each other, um Oh, the spanner is people who are mods on my channel. The moderators, they have like little powers that if someone is, like sometimes you get those like bots that come in and spam. I don't really get it that much, which is lucky. Um, and well, I don't think they're really interested in like someone that's 13,000 subscribers, but the mods can like block people or like time people out or like remove comments, things like that. But most people either are like I pick who the moderators are, and they're like normally people that have either been with me a really long time or are like my super super loyal people. Um, and then some like yeah, I think most people who are moderators have been here like quite a while. Um, and what else am I doing? Oh, I'm working on a big yes, Kiki. I'm so sorry, but Kiki's the MVP. Kiki is right now. It's like 3 a.m. or something. So yeah, that's fine. But I'm working on a big L word video, well, a big Bet and Tina video at the moment, and another. I'm working on an L word video, and I need everyone to tell me the weirdest L word like theories, but like rumors that do you know those iceberg videos? Have you guys ever seen them? Where this is I'm basically doing like an L word version. So it's like you have obviously like an iceberg, and it's supposed to be, the top of the iceberg would be things like Bet's mum's alive, stuff that's been like loosely hinted at on the show, but they've never actually said it. And then as you get further below the surface, you get like batshit crazier. And like, oh, I saw an, actually, I don't want to say just in case, I saw some really crazy takes about like people being related to each other, like that have slept together, and just some really odd stuff. And yeah, as you go further down the iceberg, it gets like wilder and wilder. Like people's, I've got lipstick all over my hand, um, like theories and things like that. So if you have any, especially if they're from the original, because I feel like now it's hard to do because Gen Q is like active, and like anything could happen at any time. Like, Bet's mom could show up in season 3 for all we know. So yeah, that would be if you have any crazy ones, that'd be cool. This little bit of metal is driving me crazy. Yeah, I'm back. Didn't go anywhere. I'm still sitting at this desk. And yeah, so I'm working on that iceberg video, and then I'm also working on this big Bet and Tina video that's like gonna be you can watch it if you have no idea who Bet and Tina are, or you're like a casual fan, or if you're like really into them. So I think it's gonna be good. Podcast. What are you doing, G? She's hiding behind the green screen. Are you gonna come and say hi or not? There she is. She's trying to get back. You guys probably can't hear it because this mic is so good that literally my neighbor was like, Gloria. I was like, the neighbor was like, he's like doing like loads of work on his house. And before I used to like, if it was on a Sunday when I like film lots of my videos, I would have to wait for him to stop. But now, like literally, Gloria could be like running around this room, like hammering nails into a wall, and you won't hear it on this mic because it's so good that it like blocks everything out. Yeah, Miss G's getting pumped up for for the lesbian news tomorrow. She knows when when she gets near that green screen, and I'm like, okay, G, you need to do your piece. She's funny. So yeah, I'm gonna do the Valentina one, and yeah, and I'm doing some other ones on my other channel. I should have the Nexium Alison Mac one up tomorrow, and I'm gonna try a premiere and see how that goes, and then if it goes okay on my second channel, I'll probably premiere the Bentina and the L word one, the iceberg one, because I've always wanted to do it because it basically, so if you say I was going to premiere a video at 8, then I set it for 8 o'clock. And I think if you have notifications turned on, it'll tell you, but you can wait for the premiere the same way that you wait for this. And it has a live chat. So it's basically, so say the best. Gloria, I'm going to kill you. She's destroying the room in there. When you're about to watch this video, so it counts down, like, sometimes I'll have the countdown when I go live, and then while you're watching the video, like, I'm not, obviously you're watching the video, but it's a live chat, so like we can all talk while we're watching the video. So I thought you guys might like that. Like, I'm just in the chat like the same way you guys are now. And I thought it would be cool because I've seen loads of people do it and it seems like good. Oh, yeah, I miss him, but I don't know what she's doing. She's having a wild time in there. I think she's acting out because she knows that I told her today that I have to go away next week. So she's not going to the cat hotel next week because I've got her a cat babysitter instead that's going to come into the house, and it's someone that I used to ride horses with when I was younger, and she does like little jobs for me every so often. Like, she does some cleaning, she does some like assistant work and things, and she's gonna come and tend to G's needs, because when I'm away for a short period of time, I don't like putting her in the cat hotel because she gets really like worked up and nervous because she doesn't like leaving the house. So if it's like 2 weeks that I'm away, it makes sense because they treat her so like literally it's like a hotel, like I would stay in this hotel. It's this huge, they have like a huge glass suite so they can see all the other cats, but like they have their own space. And I bring all her blankets, I bring all her toys and everything. And they, you write down everything you do for them, the food and all that, and they send you pictures every single day and like tell you what they've been doing. And G always gets like a little pamper package where they like do their nails. I know, I'm insane. And then they like, brush their teeth and all that stuff. And it's really good when I'm away for a long time. But I've got a bunch of these, like next week I'm in Ireland for like 3.5, 4 days. Then I'm in England at a wedding for 3 days. Then I'm in England again for like 5 days. So it's just a lot of. So, next week's live might be on the road. So if it happens, it'll definitely be on the road because I'll be in Ireland. I hope that I can go live because I just don't know what the Wi-Fi situation is. So hopefully it'll be okay. I was thinking I'll bring my Ethernet cable because hotels normally you can like, plug into the wall. So the only thing is I'm just gonna have to bring, I don't know, maybe I'll bring like my other the other mic when you listen at the old to the old videos compared to this mic, oh my god, I'm sure some people don't really care, but to me it's such a difference. So I'll see what the hotel situation is like because I'm staying in on Monday. I'm in Belfast, so um, you know, it's just it's normally pretty good. I'm just reading what you're saying. Yeah, even Miss G, she heard me making my plans and she's like, I'm gonna show you. Miss G has a little cat there. That's the thing. She is an absolute weirdo. Like she is such a weirdo. She hates men. And I think that's partly my fault because she just never was like I don't know any men. I mean, I know men, but like my brother was like a kid when she met him. So she likes my brother, but she's scared of all other men. So she hides in the in the closet when a man comes in the house, but not that many do. And she um she is just generally very nervous around new people. Like she takes a little while to warm up to people, and she's very set in her ways. She's very set in her ways. She likes things the way she likes them, and yeah, she's a bit of a control freak. She's quite laid back. Like she's not like in the if I she doesn't even in the morning, like, I have to get her out of bed. Like, sometimes I have to make the bed around her because she's like, "Oh, I'm not getting up yet." You know, the way a lot of cats are, like, neat, like, in the morning, they'll, like, wake you up to feed them, and she never really was fussed about food or anything. N Now, the past 6 months, she's been a bit, like, she'll tap the dish when she always has biscuits out, but she taps the dish when she wants some of her wet food and things, which most of the time she could take or leave food, but, yeah, she's very chill. She's very tiny too, so I think that, she's like 3 pounds, so when you're that small, you're just like, "Oh, okay, best hide if a stranger's here." Yeah, oh yeah, I actually think Miss G's asexual because there is 2 cats that because my street is like, oh my god, it literally if Americans saw my street, they'd be like, "Is this a street for a cat?" Like, only one car can go, and like if you stick your arms out the windows you'd be like touching the walls, like it's a lane, it's like tiny, and it's a dead end, and I'm like the second house from the end, and my neighbor on the end, he doesn't have a car, and you like back into the space. So G sits up here, I'm on the second floor and she sits in the window, and when she sees my car, she like tears down the stairs to get to the door to greet me. But if she looks out and sees it's like, I don't know, like the postman or the cleaner or something, she literally just boop, jumps in the closet. That's it. But yeah, I think she's asexual. And I mean, I guess they do cat therapy. My cousin and her husband are G's vet, and they gave me all this stuff recently that's like, that I have those Fellaway plugins and things, they're good. And then she gave me this little toy for her that, oh my god, she's obsessed with it. And you can like put catnip in it, and oh, Miss G's got spoiled from some of my subscribers too. Tammy and Lisa and Steph and have all sent her really adorable gifts. She has many rainbow gifts. Aaron, everyone has spoiled her. Yeah, maybe I'll find a kitty therapist for her. I had my on Mondays, I always think of Mondays as like my mental health Mondays because I normally have the live now, and talking to you guys is like my mental health tick mark. And in the morning, I have my therapy appointment, and it got cancelled this week, and next week's a bank holiday, and I'm like. I'll just have to go live an extra time or something to get my feelings out. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the lesbian news last week, and we talked about the new writers on the show. There, there's a lot of young people, and also, I, I sound like a 70-year-old when I said that, or more like a 90-year-old, I think. So the they're writing right now, and I I'm curious when we're gonna start getting like casting news and stuff because I've been going back in my like season 2 timeline, and it's quite difficult to guess because um there was so much like bullshit with season 2 because of like COVID and the way they were filming and the block shooting and all of that. Oh, buy unwind mine. Yeah, lots more videos coming. Valentina and Elwood Iceberg. So the season 2 timeline, like when I was going through my all my posts, and then I was because the first big news we got was when they cast Rosie, Griffin Dunn, and Donald Faison. So that was like a month after they started filming. So I really don't think we're gonna hear big stuff until maybe like July or August, but I'm so curious as to when we're gonna find out about who's coming back. Like if Rosie's coming back, if Donald, if Vanessa Williams, like because none of them have the I only saw Vanessa Williams posted on someone asked her if she was coming back and she said she hadn't heard anything, but that was ages ago. And I don't even think the show had been officially renewed or maybe it was just when they renewed it. But I haven't heard anything about Rosie or about anything. And um Donald Faison is in Legends of Tomorrow, and I think I saw he got cast in something else too. But he's definitely in Legends, and but that would work out because most of the other stuff they're in, like I don't follow that 911 show that Vanessa Williams is in, but because it's on now, I'm pretty like all those shows go off air in the summer, so it's not like a yeah, and anyway, like when you're a guest star on a big ensemble show like that, it's not difficult to have them working on 2 things. How you talk I did see about all this stuff about Danielle and, Stephanie in Italy, that because I saw Danielle's premiere of her movie. And then, yeah, I saw some people posting on Twitter about them. Like, Stefani's already there, so I think that they're both in Italy, aren't they? You know what, Beth? I don't watch Gentleman Jack. I I like I have this thing, and like this is such a bad thing to say as a lesbian, but I really hate period stuff. Like I really do. And everything lesbian is period. Like I that like Bridgerton, no interest whatsoever. I just don't like stuff like that. I I am gonna try. I keep saying I'm gonna try because everyone tells me to watch it, and then when Evelyn was making her like Gentleman Jack like roundup video for the season 2 coming out, she would always tell me, "I need to make this video well enough so that you don't have to watch season 1 and you can be caught up." So yeah, I do like, you know, the few little bits in the list. Like I have a vague idea about what's going on, but only because like I want to put it in the lesbian news because I know some people watch it. And yeah, I love Dairy Girls too. I've been putting that in the lesbian news. But I'm so I don't know. I don't know whether because I said I'd do the lesbian news for 3 weeks. Oh, 3 weeks, 3 months. And this week will be the 12th one. So I'm like, do I continue? Do it? Because when the L word's like back, like, you know, that's my main bread and butter. That, like, that's what's mostly going on. And I can't like it's fine for those little updates about like the writers and stuff, but if it's a real like, you know, when I used to do those filming videos that would like I'd wait a little while so that I'd have a couple of things and then I'd do like, oh, these 10 things happened, or like sharing pictures and stuff. I just I would never give that stuff up to put it in like to just throw it in the lesbian news. Like I do like a proper video. Oh yeah, it's soft. You can get these on my merch store. Yeah, the merch store is really, really good quality, if I do say so myself. I've got Be Nice, and then I've got because that's like generic, you know, because my second channel, like they don't care about that word. So I also have Miss G merch. Little I got one of my friends who's an animator to make a little Miss G. And my sister and her husband got Miss G hoodies. They look really cute. And there's loads of L word stuff. Loads of L word stuff. Bet and Tina, Danny and Gigi, all that, and they're all yeah, they're all really soft, and the t-shirts are really cozy too. I got this new one recently. It's a Danny and Gigi one, and it is so soft. Like the t-shirt is so soft. I wear it all the time because it's just oh my god, it's really light too. I love it. Has anyone made any not negative comments about the L word, but I've had plenty of negative comments about other things. I have loads of people defending the Newmans and um like you know the whole we work thing. This was what I would always say to people before they start YouTube. Like people will just not like you. There will be people that will hate you just the second they see you. And it's actually hey Ling Ling, 28. Oh gosh. Um when these when like if you look at the average retention on any video, and this goes for everyone, not just me or not just small YouTubers or everyone. Like I would say about 50%, depending on if you're good or not, or if your audience is really loyal, it might be a little bit higher. But within the first 30 seconds, between 50 and or between like 30 and 50% of the audience drop off within the first 30 seconds. And mine used to be like awful. Mine's pretty good now. And but pretty good is like, within 30 seconds I still only have like maybe 70% of my audience. And it's like the average view duration is the thing that like YouTube uses to determine, is this a good video? And my second channel has been doing it. There's been, I would say, out of the last 2 weeks, my second channel's beat my main channel 10 of the days. And I keep thinking that I've told you guys this, but I haven't. I told my patrons that the if you ever want to know if YouTube is homophobic or not, do I have proof for you? Because I started this channel just over 2 years ago, and okay, it's a tiny channel. I've got 13,000 subscribers, and my views are normally within like 15,000 to, a really good video for me gets like 50,000. I mean, there's some that are lower than that, some that are higher, but those are the average. And my demographic is older women, and that is like a really sought after demographic because women are usually, like people who buy a lot of stuff and and if you're older, you have a bit more like money in general or even disposable income. So my audience is really, really like valuable, and they use so to like if you look at someone like Alex Shillington and me, her audience is way younger and her videos are way shorter. So we could have the exact same number of views, but I would make way more money because my audience is more valuable and my videos are longer. So, where you can only put one ad on a 8-minute video, if a video is half an hour, you can put three. So, um, all that to say, I've only ever had 3 sponsorship offers and for this channel, and all of them have been significant money, but it's basically what they're basically saying is they would give me it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money. It was like there was someone that was offering those NFTs to pay $10,000, which is way more than I've ever made on YouTube, way more. And they basically said, if shill this to your audience, we'll give you 10 grand. But I know that they want me to do that because they want to scam you guys. Like, and I would never ever like if I ever did do a sponsorship, it would be because I like or I believe in the product and think that it's real and think that it'd be good. Like, the way you see all these people with like crypto and all that crap, it's that. So I've had like loads of those, and if I was just here that and I wanted 10 grand's a lot of money, and yeah, I could do it, but obviously I've always said no. And I had a game too that like I think everyone on YouTube gets offered. It's that raid one, and I was just like, no, like um, but within a month, like my second channel just got monetized in like a day. I started it in February, and it got monetized in like 6 weeks, which is super, super fast. This channel was the same. It got monetized in like 4, I think. And not only has a real company reached out and offered me a sponsorship, I didn't reply straight away. So they have emailed me again saying, we really want to work with you, because I don't say anything on my second channel. I'm just the person delivering the information. And so I'm not even, I mean, I put my name as Ash, but like the channel's not even my name or anything. And I never I mean, I don't hide that I'm, it's obvious. I think that I'm gay. And a lot of you guys have been super nice and come and support me on there too. And I mean, there are like when I was talking about the Newmans, I did mention about like, oh, that Kate Manning is their cousin. So I think if you're switched on, you realize, but I don't think that this company has. And that just shows you 2 years, and I've got 13,000 subscribers, which I know is tiny, but it's more than 3,000. Like my second channel doesn't even have 3,000. So. Oh my god, I would love a Showtime sponsorship, but they, they know I'll do it for free, so they don't. When the, what was it? National Coming Out Day, when they were like, "Oh, we'd love to work with you for free." So, yeah. I don't like, oh, yeah, I'd see, that's the thing, that is the good thing, Rowan, about over here. We don't get any of those ads on the podcast. We just, um they literally just say, "We'll be back in a minute," and then straight away it's back. We never get the ads. Yeah, we never, the same with, like, Office Ladies and all those other, I keep saying, I've said it a million times. I even put out my Instagram last week that I was like, I so wish that they would do what Office Ladies does when they rewatch The L Word, because we've all seen the episode. Like, we know what's happening. I just love that on Office Ladies. I'm sure there's a couple of people who listen to Office Ladies. I love Angela Kinsley and Jenna Fisher. Like, they just seem like such, they've really got the authenticity down, and like they just seem like really nice women, and who realize that yes, they worked hard, and you know they're good, but they also realize that they were lucky, to like they got on a really good show that's like one of the best shows of all time, and they genuinely seem to love the show they were on, and oh, bye Helen, and they don't, they just are, they're just nice, and like they're best friends too, and when they go over the episode, it's like, not some, I mean, like, not every episode, but sometimes they have, like, one of the writers on, or if there was even just, a person who they were in one episode of The Office, and they're not famous or anything, and they have them on and ask them about, like, their experience, and they talk about, if there's a big stunt, or if there's, some big scene, like they talk to, like, the stunt people and ask how they did this, and like talk to the animal wrangler. Like, there's just so much stuff that they tell you that like you would never know in a million years, because they were there on the show. Like, and I don't know, it's just so well done, and I don't, they're just like generally like seem really happy about doing the show, and about, you know they just seem to have liked the show they were on, and I think that that's quite rare, and they really have put like their heart and soul into it, and you can really feel that. So I just wish that Pants would do it so that we know something that we didn't know at the beginning, because when they just tell us what happened on the episode, like, I know, I watched the episode. Yeah, we don't get to see I'm sure it's the same in Europe, but definitely in the UK, we don't get any of the ads because, like, they're American companies paying, like, it'd be too my thing is I really want to, like, well, I'm sure pants would just ignore me like they normally do, but I really wanna, like, talk to some American podcasts and be like, "You should have you should have ads that get attached to, like, the British version or, like, the European version, and have people in those countries, like, I don't know, in France, have a French person, some French product that wants to be on, the podcast that has a huge audience, and they're speaking French and pitch a French company, because then you could be picking up, you know? Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not saying that I'm not saying they need to be fans of their own show, but yeah, I just if they don't like doing it, and then they don't like, I think it'd be funny if they like were like poking fun even, but if they're not doing that and they don't want to, like, they clearly don't want to do it. I don't understand why they're doing it then. I don't know how to pronounce your name. That said you're in the Ukraine, but never apologize for your English. And I think you said you watch the shows with translation. So, oh gosh, that'll be interesting. I don't think I think even people I know that speak other languages watched it in English. So I wonder, does anyone here watch that word in another language? What do they did Gen Q, like, is there a delay? Yeah, I don't know why they do. Honestly, I said this to my patrons too, like, I really haven't been listening, like, if someone says to, or, like, sometimes I'll just, like, 2 times speed through the beginning and the end in case they say anything about Gen Q, but, I mean, I sent them, I know I've said this, like, 10 million times, but, when they very, very first started the show, I was the one that said, "You should do the L word," and do it like, it was so when Rachel was on the show, and the new no, not the new producer, it was someone associated with the show, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, it was, like, your email," and I've sent them a couple of I probably sent them, like, 2 or 3 emails in the past year just saying, "Oh, this would be a cool idea," like, you know, have other people, because, like, I'm sure if they said to Aaron Daniels or someone, or even, like, people, like, that were just guest stars or something, like Holland Taylor, it's the L word. People would do it because it's the L word, and if they did, I don't know, an episode that was quite big for Dana, like when, some, like Alice is losing it, that they would just have them on and talk a bit, or even people that are writers, or people that were do behind the scenes stuff, like that. All that stuff is so interesting to people. Like, it's, I mean, maybe there's some reason that we don't know, but it just seems like such a win to me. But they must be, I podcasts are always weird because you don't know what the views are. Like, only literally the person who runs the podcast can tell you that. You can get like a vague idea, but I um I really do wonder what theirs is like, because I was looking this thing up the other day, and I was telling Chris and Jess this, because our podcast, Drinks at Dana's, is tiny. Like it's tiny. And when it goes on YouTube, it does get like a lot more views than just being on the podcast. And I was like using this it's like the podcast version of like YouTube statistics, and it tells you, about your retention and all these things. And it told me that our podcast is in the top, I think it was the top 1% of podcasts in the world. But I think that that's like most people are in the top 1% if they have more than like, 1,000 listeners or something like that. Because there's so many people that just have a podcast that like, their friends listen to or something. So, and then I was looking at some other ones, and like podcasts that, yeah, they're pretty big, but they're not like enormous. And they were like, oh, in the top, 0.1%. So I wonder what theirs is like. It'd be really interesting to know how many listeners they have, because you got to think that like there's a lot of people that I bet you listen to it that don't watch Gen Q, or I can't imagine there's many people who listen to it who have never seen the L Word. Like I think it will be lots of people who watch the L Word. It was so bad it made you made you learn English. Oh gosh. Yeah, when I'm in Belfast, I used to have this, well, not used to, but like one of my best friends, we used to live together and work together and everything. And she was living in Europe for like the past 3 years or something, but now she's living in Ireland, so I'm gonna see her next week. And this is several people this has happened to me with. I've met them, they don't speak English, and then we've become friends, and they'll like, live with me for a little bit while they're getting like situated on the Isle of Man, and I'll teach them English. And literally my friend learned English through like me just ranting all the time and just talking. And also we used to watch Friends reruns all the time. That's all we watched in the house. Oh, some of my old videos are oh god. They're so bad. Uh, it's the north of Ireland. Um, oh yeah, I like that award acceptance when I remember that whenever they won that award. Oh yeah, voice to sometimes that voice to text doesn't understand my accent very well, I don't think. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so next week we'll probably be on, well, we will be on the road. If I don't see you, then I'm on the road still. But um yeah, I'll because I think I'm flying at like 3:34 from the island. So it doesn't take very long to get there. And then I'm driving into the south on Wednesday. And then the next yeah, this is next week. And then the week after I'm here, I'm at home. And then I'm going to England for, remember my friend Claire that was on the channel? It's her sister's wedding. So it's going to be nice. The weather is really good. And it's really not that long until Laurel's show too. I mean, it's basically May now. So it's like 2 months away. And well, two and a bit. And I think I'm gonna book to go to Florida in September because then all the kids will be back at school then. And by then, hopefully, we'll be well into our filming of season 3. I really like Kai and Amelia a lot. By the Queen Barbie. Well, we get that really big long bank holiday. Is it in June for the Queen's? This chair is like I tighten the bolts on it like every day and it still squeaks. And it's not that old. It's like I got it when I moved into this house. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be in Florida in September. I'll definitely let you guys know, and we could do like a meet up one day because I'll be in Tampa. Bye. I was gonna say it then. Bye, Kia. Kaya confessed to me that I've been saying her name wrong for 2 years. I said Kaya, now Kia. So yeah, I can say it right now. Thread lock for the okay, I'll have to get some from Amazon. I need to order some new. I don't know what the hell I've done with my sunglasses. I need to order some more sunglasses. I've got these like because I wear them ever because my eyes are so sensitive. I don't know what I've done with them. So I have these like crap ones that I just bought in a shop one day, and they're massive. They're like this. So I'm gonna have to order some tonight because I want them for next week. The Queen's Diamond Jubilee is soon, and we get like a really like. Oh, do you know what it is soon here too? I've never had it happen while I've had a channel because it's been cancelled the last 2 years because of. Um, but there is this where I live, the Isle of Man, is like the biggest, well, actually, the number one thing it's famous for is being a tax haven. But the number two thing is, yeah, well, that's probably the Manx cat. And number three is the biggest on real roads motorbike race that happens here. And it's normally in like May, June. They change the dates every year. And there's a first week that's like a practice week, and then the real things the second week. And I always say I'm going to go away, and then I'm too busy and I don't. But next year I am. And literally, like there is only a population here of about 80,000 people. It's really, but like a lot of those people live here for tax reasons, and it's really small. It's really quiet, really safe. Like our police don't carry because YouTube will limit me or something. It's like I don't lock, like you just don't lock your car, like I wouldn't really think anything of not locking the house, or it's really safe. Like we just don't have crime. I mean, there's some silly stuff like you know every so often there's like we don't have it too much, but like someone will drink drive or something like that. But yeah, there's just not really a lot of crime. And so this race, when it's on, there's like 20,000 people or something that come to the island. Maybe it's more than that. And it's like people from Germany and France and all over the world that they come and they like bring their motorbikes. And so it's just like really busy and, you know, like a party for 2 weeks. And where I live is like the main town, and because there is no city here, it's too small, and like along the waterfront is like, that's our main, like, town where people go, like, shopping and stuff, and, like, the big grocery stores and stuff are, and, they put, like, a fair on there, and they have, like, a stage, and there's, like, music, and they do all these events all over the island, and, like, there's literally so many people that you'll go I don't know, if you go to, like, the hairdresser or something, and they just have signs on that's, like, "Closed for 2 weeks for TT," and a lot of people leave, but, like, a lot of local people leave, and then they, like, rent their house out because you can make, like, really good money doing it, and, like, loads of people come and camp in tents, and it's just the red arrows come, there's, like, fireworks, it's a really big thing, um, so maybe I'll be able to do, like, a little fun video or something. I actually grew up here, like, I went to school here. I went to boarding school here from, like, 9 to 16, 17, and then I moved to America, and then I lived in America my whole life, adult life, and then I moved back here just before I started my channel, like, 2 years ago, and what was I gonna say there? I mean, the thing is, like, when I was living in America, um, and I love America, like, if there was, like, a hybrid between the Isle of Man and America, then that would be perfect for me. My favorite place in the world is Target, so I really miss Target. That's where I'm going in September. But the Isle of Man, like, we only pay 10% income tax, and we have socialized medicine too. So we do have like, actually, I started this new group. I had the first meeting of it last night where, like, all the private doctors are, like, making this group with me. So there is, like, private here too, but it is really good. Like, the socialized medicine thing. You guys need to get on that, America, because oh my god, it's so different. Like, you just people don't have that same worry of, like, if I get sick, what happens, or if an accident or something like that, and it's um it's a lot off your mind. Oh, it's starting to get dark now. Well, not really dark, but sun setting. Oh, there's a lot of South African people who live here on the island. I have so many South African friends, and I used to go there quite often because I worked for a South African company, and my brother-in-law is South African too. Yeah, oh gosh, and even the private here, because, this new company that I've made, like, I'm doing all the rates and stuff for them, and it's just different because for instance, like, one of the doctors that's in this group, he is a pain doctor, and I've always had this thing with my shoulder because I used to, ride for the island horses, and when I would because I was always so short, I could always ride, like, the really bad ponies that need to be broken in, and, like, kids couldn't do it, so because I was so short, I used to be able to do it, but that's also where my disordered eating came from because I remember I used to have to stay under 8 stone, which is like 110 pounds or something, to ride the horses. And when I used to, like, break in these younger ones, when I would fall off, I would always fall on this shoulder. and it was absolutely wrecked. Like, it would cause me so much pain. And in the US, like, because I was just like trying to continue working and things, they just used to give you medication, medication, medication. Whereas here, because it's like the socialized medicine that everybody's paying for it, they want you to get sorted. And I was having like really bad issues with it, so I got put on the waiting list, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to pay because I want to be seen now. And what they do is you can do that, like you can pay just to get in the door. And then he gave me like the injections and stuff so that it would last me, because then he was like, okay, you're going to need this treatment 4 times a year. And it would be like a lot, like it would be like £1,000 every time. So then he put me back on, we called the NHS, on back on like the national health. And so I go 4 times a year and get my treatment, and it's like completely fixed my shoulder, but I don't pay for it at all. Oh, that's good that you do, Christine, from there. Yeah, because I used to, work and all that medical stuff in the US, and yeah, the veteran and all of the Army, Air Force, Navy stuff was always really good. Well, I think I'm gonna go, guys, because I am starving. I've been sitting at this desk all day. Um, so roundup of what's happening because my brain is like all over the show. Life's obviously back, but next Monday I'm gonna be in Ireland, so it won't be as good because I'm just going to be on my laptop, because now I'm on like, you know like my desktop was brand new like a couple of months ago, so the camera is super good, but laptop cameras just aren't very good. um and I probably won't have like, my lights and all that stuff. I'm going to try and bring my mic, um and I think that should be okay if I just have my mic. And then thinking about maybe, I think I have like a little stand I can bring with me. Um, yeah, Ling Ling and Kinky are up at like 3 a.m. here, so we appreciate you. We appreciate all of you. And so Monday, if something happens, like if the Wi-Fi is really, really bad, I'll still like come on, and if it's really bad, then I'll just have to abandon ship. But I'm gonna bring my Ethernet cable, so that should solve it, because as long as I can plug in, it should be okay. And I'll try. I'm gonna do some, little videos while I'm in Ireland for my little Patreon peeps. And oh yeah, what G's broken in. The funniest thing is just sometimes, literally, this will be her. I'll be like, G, don't. And she like full on like makes eye contact with you and just knocks it over. Oh god, she kills me. Yeah, I will definitely try and I think it'll be fine with the Ethernet cable. Like, it's normally fine. Um and what else? Yeah, my video for my second channel that I've worked really hard on will be out tomorrow. So if you haven't checked out my new channel, I'm gonna put it in will be out tomorrow. Oh, let me put it in the chat just in case anyone who's watching on replay, love you. You're the best. Thank you for catching up. We appreciate you too. Hey, Peter. I haven't seen you in a while. I think I saw Matt before too. I haven't seen you guys in a little bit. Or maybe it's just because of the lives. I haven't been seeing everyone. And yeah, so I'm gonna try and have the one of the L word videos out before I go on Monday. Um, because I've got a lot of work at my real job. Not real job. Why can't I just be why can't I just have like 100,000 subscribers and then I could do YouTube all the time? So yeah. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing with your life? I'd be one more closer to making YouTube my full-time gig. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next Monday. I'll have videos coming out during the week, so I hope you guys enjoy them. If you do enjoy them, it really helps me when you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you watch the whole video, it also really helps out. So thank you to those people that do that. You're the best. You're the MVP of this channel. And my patron watch party should be soon. So I'll send out an email this week about that. And yeah, that should be good. I'll actually have the second channel video out a little bit early tomorrow for patron people too. So, and yeah, I hope everyone has a great rest of their Monday, a great week. I can't wait. It's May. That's always the best weather in the UK, and the bright nights and bright mornings are so good now. So I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I'll see you next week in a new location. And I love you. Have a good week, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye. Miss Gina, I love you.